Good day to you all. In the last version of our video, we have talked about how to draw the sketch, how to identify the sketch, and how to be a good design engineer, right? So from this point of view, we are going to the next topic, manufacturing. I have told you we will go ahead with the tool design or production toolings. In the production tooling or tool design, what we'll do is we will just select the cutters, what type of tool material to be used, how the corners is going to be selected, and how CNC machines is going to get selected, so and so. And after selecting the machines, how it is going to pass the manufacturing process. Before going to all these topics, you have to understand what is manufacturing process and what are the different manufacturing process involved in manufacturing of the components. Alright. So in the last class, what we have done is we have started with drawing a simple rectangle. From this rectangle, we have to move to the another feature called a stepped shaft. So here I have to draw, to complete the view, I have to draw one more circle, right? I have just kept it here. And what are the missing? So this is going to be the slot or a spanner. Actually, you have to hold the spanner here, and you have a slot over here. So these are the additional features we have added in this particular drawing. Okay. So we'll go ahead about the manufacturing process today. I will introduce about myself. I am Dr. C. Bhagyanathan from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Sri Ramakrishna Engineering College, Coimbatore. Right. So we'll go ahead with the different manufacturing process. When you are talking about the manufacturing process, we have to identify how we are going to do the manufacturing, right? So the first stage is selection of raw material. Okay, raw material will be in the form of bars. Okay, the bar will be either cold rolled or hot rolled, okay, or it will be in the form of sheets, or it will be in the form of billets, or it will be in the form of casting. Okay. So the first stage is from raw material. So the raw material will be either of these types. I am talking about major types. I am not talking about subtypes. So when you just go for manufacturing process, the first stage is either how you are going to obtain the raw material. Either it is a casting process or forging process. You may have subtype like hot forging or cold forging, and similar in casting you have different casting process like gravity die casting or pressure die casting or squeeze casting or jig casting or high pressure die casting or vacuum casting or so and so, right? And again this depends on type of raw material, like if you go for aluminum casting or ferrous casting, or in the ferrous casting you have different subdivisions like grey casting or ferrous casting or malleable casting, so and so. So during the casting process, in another video I will discuss about aluminum casting also, right? We have a separate center called DST, SREC Center for Aluminum Recycling. We work on aluminum recycling from the year 2010. We are working from our institution, and from 2012 we used to collaborate with the various national scientific laboratories, and we have received lots of government funded projects in aluminum recycling, and we have several patents, we have several technology transfers, we have done lots of research activities. We are going to see about aluminum casting and aluminum recycling in another set of video. So now I am going to cover the basic manufacturing process. So you have casting process, you have forging process, and then sheet metal. For sheet metal, what you do? You have drawing, rolling, and align process. Okay, sheet metal. So raw material will be in the form of sheet or cast or bars, right? So these are the basic raw material processing, right? And you have other primary processing. Okay, primary processing, where you will get rods or bars and so, right? So this is the first basic module I have to learn about manufacturing process. The second process is machining process. You got the rough casting process. The second is machining process. In the machining process, you have first conventional process, machining, okay, where you have lathe, drilling, milling, shaping, slotting, etc. Right? So you will do manually. This happens to be done some 10 years back. Due to raw material or due to manpower unavailability and usage of more raw materials, because it will be used for roughing, then finishing, and you need a skillful labor, so and so. So you have got lots of wastages and so. So there you use conventional machining. Still the cost of the machining is very low. Nowadays the shaping machine has been replaced by milling machine, and similarly the slotting machine also has been replaced. Apart from this conventional machines, you have gear hobbing, gear shaping, etc. So these are special purpose machines, so I have left on that. The next is a CNC machine tools. Okay. Before the CNC machine tool comes into picture, the conventional tools machines became NC machines. Okay, and from NC you got your CNC machine. The CNC machines does not require a skilled manpower. The semi-skilled manpower is almost okay for running the CNC machine. So the difficulty with the CNC machine is you have to do the programming. So previously we have conventional programming. Now we have coding using some softwares like MasterCam or Cam Express or NX software tool. So you have to do the coding. That is a major drawback. Second thing, so when you are using the CNC machine, the things to be considered is coding, okay, the fixturing, selection of right tool holders, right collet holders, then cutting tools, inserts, cutting fluids, then cleaning mechanism. Okay, so all this comes under this part, right? So you need to have proper coding, proper fixturing. If you have right toolings, you have the improved productivity, and you can carry on with the operation. The next thing is still. So here what happens is reduce manpower, reduce defects, okay, increase productivity, where the major objective of from conventional to moving to CNC machine. Then comes under your robotics and automation coupled with SPMs, right? So when I say CNC machines, it may be a vertical machining center, horizontal machining center, drill tap centers, or turning centers, or twin turning center, or your BTL, vertical turning lathe, or grinding machines, or boring machines, etc. Right? Everything will come under CNC machine when I talk about these things. So the third thing is machining process. So these are the basic things. Then comes under your advanced machining process. Okay, in the advanced machining process, you have all the like abrasive jet machining, abrasive water machining, right? And then you have your EDMs, spark erosions, okay, spark erosions, so and so, and even your nano machining, etc. will comes under this category, right? Okay, this comes under additive manufacturing processes, right? Here you know about 3D printing, you know about laminate object manufacturing, you know about other additive manufacturing process. So all this additive manufacturing process will comes under 3D printing, and other will comes under additive manufacturing. So like this you can have several classification. Next comes under, okay, your powder metallurgy. Okay. So in powder metallurgy, what happens? No, actually here, this all this process will definitely go to this process. Okay. So I need a cutting tool insert. I need a cutting tool insert. I can manufacture only by powder metallurgy processes. So this is another manufacturing sector. So you have done all the manufacturing sector here, right? If you complete it only with manufacturing, no. Then you have what? Inspection systems. Inspection and quality control, for which you should know about measurement techniques, right? Techniques and instrumentations, right? You should know about sensors and automations, right? You should know about the concept. I want to reduce the defect. That is the ultimate aim of my process. So I want to reduce the defect. So if I want to reduce the defect, I should use all the TQM tools, right? So I will implement all this thing into a manufacturing process. Now I want to further enhance the business, right? So what I need to have a proper business modules. In TQM I can have statistical quality control, data, analytics, data mining, etc. Right? So the next category I need is I want to make a business. Am I right? So if I want to make a business, what I need? I need to know about business models, right? If I need to know about the business models, I should know about industrial engineering, right? I should know about supply chain, management and cost estimation, automation. I should know about what then? When you cover supply chain management, I know about logistics, right? I want to know about operations, research and optimization, and I need to have market analysis, and finally plant layouts, etc. When you complete these activities, what happens? I will have a defined business model, right? So when you come to the manufacturing process, you need to cover all these topics. When you cover all these topics, what happens? Your manufacturing process is going to get completed, right? So what I am going to do is, I will just start with the conventional machines, okay, CNC machines and some tool holders, and how collets will look like, right? So I will do it in the next video part. If you have any clarification, you can contact me. I have given my mail ID, email ID and phone number in the bottom. Thank you.